So I'm doing a little something different today for my Instagram story. We're gonna explore this area of the city called Atlampa. So the name Atlampa comes from Nahuatl, Atlamashakpan, where the water turns because the river Consulado used to run to the west of this area. So the area used to be fields in the 19th century, and it was part of a ranch called El Chopo. In the 20th century they built in this area railroad tracks, so it became a strategic part of the north of the city, and it became the first industrial area in Mexico City. The train track system was very important because it formed like a triangle that connected the city with the US border in Ciudad Juárez, with Veracruz, with Cámbaro, and with Cuernavaca, and the Pacific. So here we have a little bit of... I should have saved the best factory for last, but I really wanted to see it. So here it is, La Maravilla. It used to be a textile printing factory. And like most of the factories in this area right now, this just serves as a storage facility. And it is a kind of dangerous area here. I mean, this area of the city in general. I mean, if we look over here, we can see a lost city all over the old railroad. And we have some street art here, like a chronicle of the history of Mexico. So we have the conquest and the religious conquest. And we jump to modern history. I don't know, is that La Santa Muerte, maybe, I think? And the revolutionaries. Zapata. And this part is interesting. Like, what is this? Like some kind of riot? They're taking down a pecera, and some punks and some rats. And the last part of the mural, like very, very contemporary. This is the last one. Here it is in front of La Maravilla. I have walked one block to the north to find this structure that used to be a packing company, and also produced alcohol at one point. The old name of this factory was El Popo, and now it serves as the archive for the Social Security Institute. And the whole structure used to be glass and iron. So in front of this building we have a warehouse. It used to be called Chopo Warehouse, and it takes up a whole block. I recently uploaded a picture of these windows to my Instagram, and in case you need it, you can rent 5,000 square meters. We're on the other side of the building now, just so we can take a look at the water tower. 2 blocks to the west we find this factory that was called La Luz, and it was a warehouse for cereal and a pasta factory. Other sources say this was a soap factory. Now it makes metallic products. It has this piece of street art. Very cool. In this same street we can see the remnants of the railroad tracks that used to connect all the factories. Noisy trucks. And this white building in front used to be a wet mill, and then a pasta and cookie factory called La Castellana. So we are done with the factories. Most of them are from the first years of the 20th century. That avenue in the back used to be the river, Rio Consulado. Now I just need to show you this church. The church of the neighborhood, built in the 1940s and dedicated to that little baby beggar Jesus, El Limosnerito. For the last part, we are in the park of the neighborhood called El Laguito, where they have made these interventions in cars to turn them into gardens. Volkswagen sedan turned into a garden. Our indicator that we are 4 kilometers away from Chapultepec, 1 kilometer from Santa Maria la Ribera, 2.5 from Tlatelolco. This is an example of a railroad spur where the train track goes away from the main line to go into a factory. And the fun fact about the railroad tracks, a guy who believed in witchcraft once told me that he came here to gather old metal pieces for some sort of ritual. Maybe this one is not good anymore, whatever. So that's about it. The thing about Atlampa is that the government wants to renovate it because there are a lot of abandoned factories, so they want to make this into a residential area. Something extra I just found: a housing project with murals from the 90s. Okay.